Hello friends, welcome to Total Recaps. Today we are going to tell about the film Shivaji The Boss, released in 2007. The plot of the film is that a software engineer comes to India to serve the country and contribute to the welfare of the country. Some corrupt officials and politicians try to stop him, but then how does he handle it all alone? You will get to see further in the film. So sit back with some popcorn and enjoy this action/romance film. The opening scene of the film takes us directly to the central jail, where a prisoner was brought to jail in connection with a scam. Some leaders wanted to put this prisoner in jail for 10 years, while some people were considering him as their god. Now after this, that prisoner, Shivaji, has been shown. To whom was the fellow prisoner asking, "What crime have you committed?" And here the prisoner shows his face and says, "I thought of developing my country India." Now the view changes from here to Chennai International Airport, where Shivaji, who is doing software system marketing in America, comes back to India after a long time and wants to help the poor people living in the country. Now Shivaji kept a huge party in the evening, where he invites big industrialists and politicians. Here we are introduced to the film's villain, Adishan, who owns several educational institutions, hospitals, and industries in India. After this, Shivaji gives a speech. The speech was that, "Friends, I was born in a poor farmer's house. My parents worked hard to educate me, after which I went to America and completed my studies on scholarship. I want to do something for my country. Because in this country the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer than before. That's why I want to start Shivaji University and provide free education to everyone, build a hospital and provide free treatment to everyone." But after hearing these things, Adi is not happy at all, because if Shivaji had opened free hospital, university, and college, then the business of Adishan would have gone down. While leaving the party, Adi gives his business card to Shivaji and says, "If you need any help anywhere, you can contact me." Now in the next scene, Shivaji along with his friend goes to Adi Educational Trust, where he sees that Adi was charging exorbitant fees from a poor student. After this, Adi tells Shivaji, "I will help you, but you should not make a hospital or a university. Rather than you build a 5-star hotel or a residential apartment. It will not harm us and you will also benefit." But Shivaji refuses this offer. He does it, and he himself decides to do everything to fulfill his dream project, and after that he goes directly to the chief secretary. The government agrees to this project, but to start such a big project, it was necessary to get the officers of many government offices to sign the file, for which the PA of the chief secretary demands 4 crore from Shivaji. Hearing this, Shivaji gets very angry on the chief secretary's PA. Now Shivaji goes to the temple with his friend, because Shivaji was also getting married now, so he went to the temple to see his type of woman, and he also liked a girl there, but chasing where did that girl go? Both of them also did not know anything. But after this, Shivaji visits a lot of government offices to start his dream project. But from everywhere he gets a lot of demotivation due to form being rejected due to one mistake or the other. Due to which finally he had only 2 options, either to stop this project here or continue his project by giving a bribe of 4 crore to the PA of Chief Secretary, and Shivaji chooses the second option and completes his dream project. Starts work. On the other hand, Shivaji's friend takes the information of the girl he found in the temple to Shivaji and says, her name is Vidya Bharti. She works as a sales girl in a royal musical store, and he will also find her house. After this, both of them go to Vidya Bharti's house to see her family background on the pretext of making voter list for voter identity card. Shivaji takes some personal information from him, but Vidya Bharti's father suspects both of them because they thinks that both are thieves, due to which he immediately calls the police. But after some time, Shivaji's father comes to the police station and gets Shivaji out of the locker. Here Shivaji comes out and tells his parents that he likes Vidya Bharti and wants to marry her. Hearing this, Shivaji's family starts talking to Vidya Bharti's parents about Shivaji and Vidya Bharti's marriage while sitting at the police station. But Vidya Bharti's parents deny this relationship and go away from there. On the other hand, Adishan is not at all happy with Shivaji's project, and he has a lot of power, so he goes to the minister of his city, and the minister also agrees to stop Shivaji's project. Adi suspected him too, so he finally made a plan to send some goons to beat up Shivaji. Now Shivaji and his friend both go to the store where Vidya Bharti was working. But they are still talking among themselves when suddenly the goons sent by Adishan come there, and after that we get to see a very strong fight, in which Shivaji wins and he alone kills all the goons and runs away from here, after which Shivaji goes to Vidya Bharti's house with his entire family, where Vidya Bharti put salt instead of mixing sugar in the tea for him and put a plate full of salt and a plate full of chili in front of him along with tea, and Shivaji quickly ate all these chilies for Vidya Bharti, but then went to the bathroom and made such a noise for several minutes as if there was a fire in his mouth, and then while leaving from here, Shivaji invites Vidya's entire family to his house next Sunday. Now on the other hand, the construction work of Shivaji hospitals and medical college is still in progress when a small boy working there gets electrocuted, after which his heartbeat and pulse had stopped, but the doctor saved the child's life with the help of CPR. After this, we are directly shown the next Sunday's scene, where Vidya Bharti and her family come this time to have food at Shivaji's house, and here these people were getting all kinds of food. After this, Shivaji shows Vidya the room that will be his after marriage and even the clothes of his children. He then asks Vidya that, "Would you like to marry me?" And in response, Vidya also says yes. In the next scene, we see that Addis Ashan gets Shivaji's project stopped by sending a "stop work" notice through the minister, and when Shivaji reached the minister, he started demanding 50 crores as a bribe. Now Shivaji had no other option to restart his dream project. That's why he takes a loan by mortgaging his house, farm, and some other land to bribe the minister. Now the minister allows Shivaji's project to go ahead. Now after this, Adi angrily goes to the minister and asks him to withdraw his decision, and when the minister does not listen to Adi, he forms the government of the opposition party, that means change the minister. Now after this, on the day of Diwali, Shivaji and his entire family visit Vidya Bharti's house, where Vidya Bharti's family members also agree to their marriage, but they take Shivaji's horoscope and go to the Indian Pundit, where Pundit Ji tells that if this marriage happens, then the husband will lose a lot financially and there is a danger to Shivaji's life as well. After this he goes to meet Vidya Bharti and asks, "When will we get married?" But Vidya Bharti refuses to marry, saying that, "There is a lot of difference between your skin tone and mine." But Shivaji, hearing this, does many experiments to lighten his complexion, and then after a few days comes back to Vidya Bharti. But here Vidya Bharti says that, "I did not like this color of yours at all, earlier you used to look better." After this, Shivaji immediately removes the mask on his face by going to the bathroom, and then Vidya Bharti tells Shivaji what the pundit said. But Shivaji doesn't believe in these things at all, that's why after this both get engaged. Now the work of Shivaji's project was going on here. But the new minister again started demolishing the building built with the help of JCB and some other machines, calling it illegal. Shivaji goes to the minister again this time, but to no avail, as he too was demanding a bribe of 50 crores. That's why Shivaji decides that he will file a case against these people. He then hires a lawyer, for whose fees Shivaji gives away his last remaining car to him. But Shivaji had lost this case in the High Court also, because if the government employees asked Shivaji for bribe, Shivaji had also given bribe to those people. After this, Adi meets Shivaji outside the court because now Shivaji's bank balance has become absolutely zero. So he advises Shivaji to beg, and first of all he puts 1 Indian rupee on his palm. After this, Shivaji thinks of taking revenge on Adi to get back both his lost respect and money, and first using the coin given by Adi, Shivaji calls Adi from public phone booth and gives fake news that the income tax raid is going to on your house next morning. Due to which Adi gets very nervous and he fills all the documents of his black money in sacks and sends them to his farmhouse. But on the way, Shivaji and his friend sit in the same car by showing Adisashan's business card on the pretext of taking a lift. After this, Shivaji gets down outside Adi's farmhouse and then goes inside the farmhouse through the back way. Shivaji beats up all the goons and captures all those proofs of black money. After this, next morning Shivaji calls Adi and tells everything, and calls Adi outside income tax office and says, "I have seen your entire black money documents. In total 200 crores are made of black money, and I want half of that money. If not given, then all the documents of black money will go inside the income tax office." He gives Adi 24 hours to think about it and then leaves. In the next scene, we see that Shivaji reaches Bharti in a bus, and here too Shivaji tries to persuade Bharti to marry, and if she refuses, Shivaji threatens to come under the train and die. After this, Shivaji and his friend make a complete plan that when the train will come near Shivaji, his friend sitting in the train will pull the chain of the train. Just then Bharti also comes there. Shivaji takes a few steps back, seeing the train coming towards him fast. But now his foot was really stuck on the railway track, and if Bharti had not come there at that time, Shivaji might have died. Now after this, Shivaji calls Adi and takes the money the next morning and calls him to a deserted place. But Adi had brought many goons along with him to save his money. Due to which Shivaji starts taking Adi with him to save our life by putting a knife on Adi's throat. But on the way, Adi gets out by pressing the brakes of the car with his foot. After this, we get to see a very strong fight between Shivaji alone and a lot of goons, in which Shivaji kills everyone and keeps all the money and a friends go down. Shivaji decides here that he will do good to the poor, not only with the black money of Adisashan but also with the black money of all the rich people all over India who have kept black money with them. That's why he makes a list of all the rich people's drivers, bodyguards, P.A. or any employees who were fired, and then he goes to the government hospital and offers a job to the goons he had beaten. Now Shivaji calls everyone in a big hall and tries to explain that he will help the poor people by using the black money hidden by rich people. In this, some people agree and some disagree and send those who disagree to Shivaji's office room, where the goons called by Shivaji were waiting for them. He had forced them to tell the truth by beating them all. After taking complete information, Shivaji raids the houses of every politician and the man who had hidden a lot of black money and takes away money, jewelry, and black money documents. After that, Shivaji called all those people and asked them to give 50% of that money, and if they did not do so, then the whole money in income tax office. After this, Shivaji, with his genius mind, goes to New York, converts all that money into dollars and gets all those money from his friends living there to be donated back to the Shivaji Foundation and makes all the black money into white. But Shivaji didn't stop here, and even after doing 50-50 with all the rich people, he gave their complete information to the income tax office, due to which many rich people got a big shock. After this, Shivaji goes to the minister's office and by injuring the minister a little, gets the stalled project of Shivaji Foundation started again. Now Shivaji also inaugurates Shivaji University, Shivaji Hospitals, and Medical College for the education of poor children. Everyone was upset with Shivaji's move, even Adisashan, and now he plans not to send goons to kill Shivaji, but to capture his weak point as well. On the other hand, both Shivaji and Bharti were married, so after marriage, Bharti goes to the temple. But there he is called to the temple office by the secret officer of CBI to collect information about Shivaji, and they interrogate Bharti about Shivaji. Now in the next scene, the police go to Shivaji's house and arrest him because Shivaji's wife Bharti had given complete information to the CBI to save Shivaji's life, and Shivaji's laptop was also with the CBI. Bharti did this because the CBI had said that if Shivaji is in jail then no one will kill him, if he is outside then anyone can kill him. Here when Shivaji is being taken to jail, this is the same scene which was shown in the starting of the movie. But when Shivaji is in jail, only then a cell phone is sent to him in his account, in which there is a video recording of Adi. Now Adi comes to know that Shivaji's laptop can be opened only by his voice, and then Adi says that, after taking custody of Shivaji and beating him, put him in a van and get him shot by goons, so that no one can get hurt. There will be no doubt as to who killed Shivaji. At that time, Shivaji also forwards this message to the chief doctor of his hospital, in which Shivaji tells the doctor that, these people will stop the police van, you will reach there with a fake dead body. Even after going into police custody, Shivaji does not say anything to the police. Due to which Adi comes there and he beats Shivaji so much that his condition had become very bad, and then when no one was in the custody room, Shivaji electrocuted himself. After this, when the police officer left Shivaji in the van and went to drink tea, the team of doctors from both sides covered the police van and also replaced the real body with a fake body. Then after that, the doctors saved Shivaji's life by giving him an electric shock on the chest. To open Shivaji's computer, the CBI calls a dubbing artist who mimics Shivaji. But due to missing a word, the laptop crashes and all the data in it gets lost in seconds. Now on the other hand, Adi gets information that Amitabh Bachchan, a friend of Shivaji living in America, will now handle all Shivaji's projects. Here is the entry of Amitabh Bachchan, i.e. Shivaji. He got his hair cut to deceive Adi and the police. But on seeing Amitabh Bachchan, Adi suspects him to be Shivaji, and Adi's suspicion turns to conviction when Amitabh Bachchan comes to his office and tortures Adi by showing him the police custody video. In order not to upload this video on the internet, Adi takes Shivaji to the rooftop, where he still has hidden a lot of black money. Here again Shivaji has a very strong fight alone with Shivaji and Adi's goons. But Shivaji defeats all those goons and finally throws Adi down from the building, and Adi's college students were so busy in collecting the money falling from the sky that they didn't realize that Adi was lying down, and due to this he died, and this movie ends. Thank you, bye bye, take care of yourself.